The transition from La Real Sociedad to the relentless environment of the Premier League is a journey that has broken many talented players. It is a leap into the deep end, a test of technical skill, physical resilience, and mental fortitude all at once. For Martin Zubimendi, however, this transition appears to have been not a struggle, but a natural evolution. The foundation for this seamless integration was laid not on the pitch at the Emirates, but in a decisive conversation with Mikel Arteta. That initial discussion was a revelation, a clear and compelling presentation of a shared footballing philosophy. It was in that moment that the move transformed from a mere possibility into an inevitable next step. The clarity of vision and the depth of tactical understanding exhibited by Arteta provided the certainty needed to make such a life-altering decision. A decision that, from his current vantage point, feels entirely correct. This philosophical alignment is the bedrock of Zubimendi's success. Arsenal under Arteta is a machine built on the principle of control. The objective is to dominate every variable, to manage every minute detail of the game's flow. This results in a unit that is incredibly difficult to catch off guard, or to expose in transitional, open-field situations. For a player of Zubimendi's profile, this structured environment is a sanctuary. The chaotic, end-to-end nature of English football is tempered by a system where every player is a cog in a well-oiled machine, deeply involved and responsible for every phase of play. This collective security allows his innate qualities to flourish without the constant fear of systemic breakdown. It is the perfect habitat for a cerebral midfielder who thrives on order and predictability amidst the inherent chaos of the sport. The on-field symphony of this control-based system is most perfectly conducted through his burgeoning partnership with Declan Rice. While Zubimendi was aware of Rice's established quality, witnessing his evolution firsthand has been a revelation. He observes a player who is not merely maintaining his high standards, but is actively making a tangible leap into a truly elite stratum of football. The motivation to play alongside such a force was a significant pull. Rice represents a rare completeness, a powerhouse of physicality combined with refined technical ability and a threat from set pieces. Yet beyond these visible attributes, it is his personality that has been most striking. He is a protagonist, a player who demands the ball in pressurized moments and commands respect in the dressing room. For a partner in the heart of midfield, this is not just beneficial, it is vital. They function as a perfect complement, a symbiotic relationship where Rice's driving, box-to-box explosiveness is balanced by Zubimendi's positional discipline and distributive calm. This partnership is tested weekly in the unique crucible of the Premier League. The adaptation for a central midfielder is particularly acute, centering on the drastic compression of decision-making time. The moments immediately after regaining possession are the most telling. Opponents in England deploy a ferocious counter-pressing system, swarming the ball carrier with an intensity and physicality that is less pervasive in Spain. The window to make a decisive pass, to turn away from trouble, or to simply recycle possession slams shut in a heartbeat. The margin for error is virtually non-existent. This environment demands a preternatural sense, awareness, and an almost clairvoyant ability to anticipate the next 3 seconds. Zubimendi's inherent style, which favours a low-touch, rapid circulation of the ball over prolonged dribbling, is his primary defence mechanism against this pressure. It is a style that allows him to release the ball a crucial moment before the storm arrives, effectively neutering the opponent's press through intelligence rather than brute force. This intelligence is not born in a vacuum. It is a product of a rich Spanish midfield heritage. The nation has cultivated a distinct footballing culture, a style so deeply ingrained that it produces players who are almost philosophical clones of one another. From the youth academies to the pinnacle of the national team, a consistent pattern of play is enforced. This creates a pipeline of midfielders who arrive at the highest level, already fluent in a language of possession, positioning, and tactical awareness. It is within this tradition that idols like Sergio Busquets and Xabi Alonso reside. These players represent more than just skill. They embody a specific intellectual approach to the game. The modern midfielder in the Spanish conception is not always defined by individual game-winning actions. Instead, he is the team's chief strategist, a player who must constantly think beyond the immediate action. Processing the game, Severi moves ahead like a grandmaster, anticipating danger and orchestrating advantages for his team. The influence of Xabi Alonso is particularly profound, transcending the typical player-idol dynamic. The opportunity to be coached by his footballing hero, even for a brief period in the Real Sociedad B team, was a formative experience. It provided a unique motivational surge, a deep-seated desire to absorb every piece of wisdom from a figure he so deeply respected. That period was a critical juncture. A springboard that propelled him into the first-team spotlight and solidified his professional path. The lessons from both Alonso and Busquets are clear. From Alonso, it is the weapon of long-range passing and the unshakable aura of leadership. The ability to command respect in the most demanding dressing rooms. From Busquets, it is the art of ball manipulation in tight spaces. The subtle feints and drops of the shoulder that elegantly evade pressure and turn defensive situations into attacking launches. This cerebral approach to football finds a direct parallel in Zubimendi's personal life, on the 64 squares of a chessboard. His background as a childhood chess champion is more than a trivial footnote. It is a fundamental component of his psychological makeup. The game, which he has recently rediscovered with teammates in both the Spanish and Arsenal squads, is a training ground for the mind. It hones the very faculties essential for his role: intense concentration, strategic foresight, and the understanding that you cannot recklessly sacrifice pieces or cede positional advantage. A single lapse in focus, whether in chess or in the Premier League, is instantly punishable. The direct correlation is undeniable. The same mental discipline required to plan several moves ahead on the board is what allows him to see the game 3 seconds before it happens. On the pitch, this mental fortitude is mirrored in the collective psyche of the Arsenal squad he joined. Arriving at a club that has been engaged in a protracted and at times heartbreaking pursuit of the highest honours, he anticipated a certain level of weariness. What he discovered was the opposite. Despite the emotional toll of near misses and the cumulative fatigue of 6 years under the same demanding manager, the hunger within the group is undimmed, the motivation burns as brightly as ever. This resilience, this refusal to be diminished by past setbacks, is what has impressed him most. It is a testament to the culture Arteta has built, a culture not of desperation, but of persistent, unwavering belief. It is within this environment of controlled aggression, strategic intelligence, and unyielding collective spirit that Martin Zubimendi has found his perfect home. Ready to write the next chapter of a journey that was always destined to lead to the Premier League.